During the first year of the Covid-19 pandemic, millions of people have become infected in all parts of the world, and more than 3 million have died. Inevitably, the world of shipping has also been affected by this devastating virus. As an immediate response, scientists everywhere have turned their attention to creating new vaccines. The results were achieved surprisingly fast and successfully. New vaccines were developed within a year of the coronavirus appearing in 2019. These rapidly developed vaccines had to be subjected to vigorous trials and testing to ensure that they were safe and effective in combating the Covid-19 infection. Once the successful test results began to emerge, the first vaccines were officially authorised by national governments of flag states, labour supply countries and port states for use in their respective territories. Subsequently, these vaccines were also added to the emergency use list of the World Health Organization. The task now is to develop policies and methods of distribution to guarantee that seafarers worldwide, as key workers, will get vaccinated as soon as possible. The coronavirus that causes the infection is airborne and spreads from person to person. The infected person exhales, sneezes or coughs tiny droplets into the air, which are then inhaled by others in the vicinity. The droplets can also fall onto nearby surfaces which someone can touch. If they then touch their face without washing or sanitizing their hands, the virus can infect them via the mouth, nose or eyes. A few days later, the infected person may display symptoms of infection, such as a continuous cough, high temperature, loss of taste and smell, and difficulty breathing. Most people will have only a mild illness, lasting perhaps 2 weeks, and recover without any need for hospital treatment. Others, suffering from more serious illness, will require medical attention and oxygen to help their breathing. Those with very severe infection, usually people over 70 or with underlying health conditions, may need intensive care, even incubation. New treatments, using existing drugs and combinations of existing drugs, are now being introduced with some success in reducing fatal outcomes. Whether at home, waiting to join a ship or working on board, seafarers can take preventive action against being infected. Regular washing of hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or the use of an alcohol-based sanitizer, reduces the chance of picking up the virus from infected surfaces. Wearing a mask outside of your home when others are nearby, and keeping a safe distance from them, at least 2 meters if possible, reduces the chance of infection via airborne droplets. There is insufficient evidence at the moment whether or not a vaccinated person can still carry the virus or infect others. For that reason, it is important to remember that these safety measures should be maintained even after vaccination. Covid-19 vaccines target the spike protein, the part of the virus that enables it to enter human cells and propagate. The human body has developed an immune system against bacteria and viruses. The immune system is poised to attack and kill any foreign substance entering the body it recognizes. So the creators of the vaccines have used this ability to introduce into the body a harmless substance which mimics the characteristics of the coronavirus. In response, the immune system produces proteins which prevent the coronavirus entering a human cell and propagating, while at the same time creating T cells to neutralize the virus. These vaccines either reduce the severity of Covid-19 or prevent it completely. Over 160 new vaccines are in development. The most widely available types now are nucleic acid, mRNA and DNA vaccines, COVID-19 mRNA vaccines, such as the Pfizer vaccine or the Moderna, contain genetic material from the virus, which gives instructions to our cells to make a harmless piece of what is called the spike protein. After that, the viral genetic material is destroyed. This type of vaccine does not affect human genes. Protein subunit vaccines. Subunit vaccines, such as the Novavax vaccine, contain purified pieces of a virus which have been especially selected for their ability to stimulate immune cells. The most common protein included is the spike protein or key segments of it. Viral vector vaccines. Viral vector vaccines such as the AstraZeneca and the Johnson & Johnson vaccines use a modified version of a safe virus, the vector, to deliver important instructions to our cells. For COVID-19 viral vaccines, the vector enters a cell in our body and then uses the cell's machinery to produce a spike protein only found on the surface of the virus that causes COVID-19. Inactivated or weakened virus vaccines. These vaccines, such as the Sinovacs, are made by inactivating or killing the virus by heat or chemicals to prevent it causing disease. Inactivated vaccines produce immune responses in different ways from live attenuated vaccines. Many vaccines are produced with this method and are proven safe. Often multiple doses are required to build up and maintain immunity. All COVID-19 vaccines at the moment are given by injection. Some people may develop very mild side effects, such as redness or swelling at the site of the injection, or more generalized symptoms such as a headache. It has been verified that the benefits of vaccination far outweigh any of its known side effects and reduces the chance of becoming infected. Most vaccines initially available are given in 2 doses, 3 weeks or more apart, after which the body will develop an immunity level somewhere between 75 and 90%. Several other vaccines are now available achieving this protection with just 1 single dose. It stands to reason that the shipping industry prefers that vaccines for seafarers achieve the same protection with a single dose. With the rolling out of vaccines, continual monitoring is being carried out to establish how long immunity will last as the virus continues to mutate. Because of this, booster vaccines may be needed later to keep immunity intact in the future. Currently, COVID-19 vaccines can only be accessed through national government-run vaccination programs. The recently formed COVAX facility, led by the World Health Organization, is expected to ensure an equitable access and distribution of approved vaccines to all participating countries. Its success will depend on the resolution of current difficulties affecting the supply of COVID-19 vaccines, which centre on manufacturing capacity, regulation, and the readiness of countries to begin their national COVID-19 vaccination programs. The plan is to make available at least 1.8 billion doses in participating countries during 2021. It follows from this that seafarers at home waiting to join their ships should contact their local authorities to inquire how, where and when they may be vaccinated locally. Seafarers on board have to wait for the decision of flag states, labour supply countries, port states and the ship owners and operators regarding their preferred methods of vaccine distribution and availability worldwide. However, in-port vaccination facilities are now becoming available in some parts of the world. It is not certain at the moment whether a vaccinated person can still carry the virus and infect others, so until more is known, it is essential that all seafarers, vaccinated or not, follow all the preventive measures detailed earlier to keep themselves and their fellow crew members safe and free from COVID-19. Meanwhile, the shipping industry is putting maximum pressure on national governments to classify seafarers as key workers. to ensure that they get vaccinated as soon as possible. Further information about vaccination is available on the WHO website.